able to actually control bottom when they did rotate down a little bit later, but pretty much from both sides, they want to keep these same bans here.
Well, Renekton was ban number 2 for Frost. And that means that we're not seeing a full-on jungle ban out this time around, although at least it is ban number 2 for IG. Will they leave that Evelyn up here? Will they take the Nunu away, maybe even more importantly from Helios?
Oh, wow. Okay. So I was actually thinking, what about Shen? Maybe Frost wants to play Shen this time, take it away from PDD, but they do ban out the Annie. They don't want to see IG go for that. And with that ban, it kind of means that Frost is trying to go for a certain champion, and I think Shen might be that one.
Well, we'll see. I think it's going to be a Nunu or Shen first pick, either way, whichever way this final ban does come down. You see that IG really running the clock down on this one, probably discussing a lot as to where exactly that ban is going to be thrown in. And Lee Sin it will be. Oh, God. Not Shaco.
That scared me there for a second.
Imagine if you just locked that in there by accident. That would have been somewhat interesting, I think.
Would have been a little fun. Would have been having a lot of Flavor of the Month Shakos in ranked queue, but they're hovering over the Shen, and that's kind of what we expected. If it wasn't me, the Nunu, it's probably going to be the Shen, and they're most likely going to run that in the top lane on Shy. And I don't know, I was really impressed with Shy's play on Riven earlier. Or, sorry, not earlier, yesterday when they were playing at Saigon Jokers.
Yeah.
Today, in that first game, he just wasn't able to get rolling. I mean, it was more dependent on Helios giving him that first kill early on for him to start things off, but they actually do go for a Nunu. And Helios, just yesterday, he plays Nunu so well. He was able to counter jungle so many times. Like I said, against Saigon Jokers in the first game, they didn't get blue buff or they didn't get their both buffs until about 20 minutes into the game because Helios was controlling them so well. And I want to know if they're going to go for that same thing again here.
Well, we see that Shen will surely be the choice from this one. I mean, Frost hovered over with Shen. Maybe they were quite happy to let PDD have Shen, and they were trying to bait him into that pick.
What's so weird is actually, I talked to a lot of teams back in the day, and I was asking, you know, why do you let Shen through? Why don't you ban him out? And they always say, it's a champion that you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to provide for a team, and you can kind of counter that. But still, when a Shen gets going, we saw in that last game alone, he cannot be moved. He cannot be stopped.
And Emmanuel for the AD carrying this one. So Fiddlesticks coming in. We're going to see the Lucian as well, but will that be a support Fiddlesticks or will that be a jungle
That is a good question, Joe, because we did see it against TPS yesterday. He used it in the jungle, even built him a Jais, you know, just for the hell of it to stack that one up. And that's one thing I guess that IG can use to their advantage. You don't know where that will be going, and they can use that accordingly.
Well, we'll find out here what Frost go for. That Shen, of course, wasn't taken away by IG, so that's definitely an option here for Shy in the top lane. Will he fall back and have himself a Riven pick once again? This time, Frost don't have the luxury of being able to counter-pick that mid laner either, so they might want to get that one out early.
And I wonder, because MacNoon, he's still adapting. He's been doing it very well, but he's still adapting to that mid lane. And you definitely went on something comfortable, but I hope that Thresh gets locked in.
Yes.
And it does.
Mad Life Thresh, always something in here, a pleasure to see. And also the Rat here for Frost. But again, we could end up seeing a double AD comp coming out, especially with that Nunu in there.
That is very true. And I believe we actually, we did see them play a Nunu Twitch combo yesterday, but they paired it with a Sona support. So they're going to be going for the same thing here. And I'm assuming that Fiddlesticks will, I think it's going to be support. Because against the Nunu, there's not really much you can do against him. He can jungle faster than you can. You can't really beat him in a fight one-on-one because he can just run in and out of your life drains. So that means they need to go for someone with, I guess, a little bit of damage because they have the tankiness out of Shen. Vi might be a good possibility, though.
Yeah, and Illusion played a brilliant Vine game #1. So
yeah, he did.
Why change something if it's not broken? This will, however, show their hand if they lock in the Nami that will be a jungle Fiddlesticks. And Kid holding out on that one. It's going to be Nami, so that gives us the jungle Fiddle.
Wow. So to me, Fiddlesticks, like, he can do extremely well, or he kind of tanks
Fails.
Really bad. Yeah, really bad. There's kind of not a lot of in between. But if he gets the same kind of start Helios had, he is going to be ridiculous in these team fights. As long as they can position things well and he can get that ultimate off, which he has the opportunity to do it when you have a Nami there to give you that tidal wave opener.
Well, I said that there won't be many opportunities to counter-pick the mid lane. However, since Gragas was brought in at that stage of things, then they still have the opportunity. And looks like MacNoon might end up with a Fizz. Rengar as well, who we've seen play quite a lot in this tournament, is another one that gets beastly strong in this top lane if he gets going.
Yeah, Zonda out of TPS played it phenomenally well. He actually went 3-0 in Rengar that day. 2 games here, he actually won with it. Then he won one GPO when they played offline with over there. It's just one of those champions that you can split push with all day, which Shy was doing yesterday with the Riven. But also, IG can kind of counter it too. They know the threat of him. And as long as they put a top laner that can kind of deal with him and survive against him early on, they have a very strong team comp without a top.
Well, let's see. Where are they going to go? Rumble, possibly, for PDD?
He's very well known for Rumble. I would be happy, actually, to see that because it gives you the opportunity to lay down the equalizer behind the team so they can't retreat. And then you just pile in the Fiddlesticks, pile in the Nami, and it's kind of hard to decide where to go from there. You have to run through the Rumble, which you can't really do, or just straight out fight.
Well, let's see. We see smiles on the face of IG at this stage of things.
What's really dangerous, though, on Frost's side, they have double stealth. So it's kind of like a 3-man gank middle if we do see Space go there as well as Shy. So that means that it actually might be a really strong possibility because Fizz has a lot of damage. You pair those two in with it, they're going to kill someone very quickly. And ZZTai has got to be very, very careful.
Now Shy and Space just switching out there. So we're going to have Rengar top lane, the jungle Nunu, Fizz in the middle, and a duo of the Rat and Thresh for Frost. And for IG, Rumble in the top lane, Fiddlesticks jungle, Gragas in the mid, and the duo of Lucian and Nami.
Yeah, so Frost, they have a lot of tankiness with that Rengar. If Shy does build him the way we've seen Zonda been doing it over the course of the weekend, they have a lot of damage with the Twitch, the spray and pray. You have the great zoning potential and ability to slow a team trying to close in on a Twitch into the backside with the Nunu ulti. And of course, you have that protection from Mad Life with that Thresh, with the box going down, and also the strong presence in lane with him on top of that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of 2v1s actually happen here.
It's game number 2 between Frost and IG here, with IG having that 1-0 lead. Let's see if Frost can come back.
And our opponent again, ZZTai, going for 12 flat armor pen here, so he's looking to trade quite a bit with Magnoon on that Fizz. As you can see, and you can hear, a lot of pings coming down towards this top side. Shy will be spotted. I don't know if you actually saw the ward. Actually, you did see the ward going down because it's already missing 1 health, but you can see where everyone else is on IG side. They want to protect their own side of the jungle.
Yeah, on this top side of things, holding out pretty firm. This ward went down on the bottom side. Not sure if IG actually spotted that one. Meanwhile, Space is just guarding on the tri-bush on the bottom side of the map. So, bit of a pensive start from both sides. And it looks like if anything is going to happen, then it'll come quite late on here.
Yeah, any sort of late invade might be a very strong possibility. Healer's actually going for a different build this time, not going for that cloth armor with the utility tree for the ward. So he's going to be building a little bit different right now. And he's going to be starting towards his own red, it looks like. I mean, they could kind of harass Illusion over at blue if they want to. But I'm not sure if that's what they're going to go for. And it looks like they won't. Looks like they were going to commit to this red.
Yeah, I think a standard start in game number 2 is something that both teams will want to go for. No risky business. Just get the job done and play the game out. But that blue buff going to be spawning in here, and Illusion going to be able to take this one away as the barrel from Magnoon, from ZZTai, obviously, since Magnoon's on the other team, will come in there just to help get things started. Illusion going to get himself that blue buff with the smite here early on, just to get rolling as fast as he can.
Yeah, he doesn't really need smite to take these buffs since he can just life drain it down, but it also helps secure them away. And Halo's starting at red. He's actually a lot slower than Illusion so far. But Illusion is stopping over at that wolf camp for a little bit, and if anything does happen, it will be towards the red buff of IG, but there's wards on both sides, so they're going to see it coming.
Mad Life on Thresh is always something to be happy to watch. We'll see if he can really get involved in things, and how many hooks we're going to see him landing from this one. Up until now, just trying to put as much harass in there as he can, but you can see that in terms of these early trades, IG doing a very good job so far.
Yeah, they are, and they also have Sustain, which Frost doesn't really have here, but they're pushing really quickly. They get the level 2 early, as we do see IG respawn with a level 2 barely in time right there, as they're almost pushed away completely from the lane. But the Sustain versus the aggression, like Frost has the damage, I think, if they go in a 2v2 to take them down.
This mid lane, Magnoon did take a bit of damage as well from ZZTai, who played amazingly well with that Orianna in game number 1. Top lane, of course, will be Rumble versus Rengar. Now, Shy, who had a few problems in game number 1 to get things going, we'll be hoping that this time around things are going to be a bit kinder to him.
And things really can snowball quickly for him if he does roam around, maybe at level 6, pick up ganks, or maybe Helios gives him some sort of advantage. But in the meantime, you see Illusion, he's already headed up towards the top side. He's not going to be spotted going into this bush, and we know how strong that fear is out of a Fiddle.
If you can get him off. Actually, PDD here is going to try and force Shy back somewhat, do as much damage as he possibly can, and I'm not sure that Illusion's going to have much of a chance here to get in, especially with that wave going on towards the tower now.
And Helios, he was sticking around the side too, over towards River. He knew it was warded, but they had the timer on it, so he was able to kind of sneak in there if he wanted to, but this Illusion didn't commit for the gank. He's just going to back up, going to buy up too, and then visit another lane. But you're seeing IG, they're already pressured under their own turret here, and there's a huge CS lead building up for space.
Yeah, doing a great job considering that they were harassed early on. See how the sustain coming out of Love Cryboy really helps them in this one and keeps them on top, but certainly that wave going to get pushed up. Don't really expect Kid to be missing any of that CS underneath his own tower. And as you can see, just dealing with that one nicely, brings him back to just 6 behind.
And McNoon is actually having a difficult time here against High, or not High, ZZ Tie. High's in Cloud9, he's not here right now. He's actually behind in CS currently, and I want to say that's just due to the armor pen that ZZ Tie does have. That 12 flat can really kind of overpower you, but McNoon, he's going to be able to farm up here, and we know how quick a Fizz can get snowballing. All it takes is that one kill.
Yeah, just one kill needed really to get things going on that front, but again, taking a lot of barrel damage. Both players hitting level 5 already, so you have the fish and that explosive barrel coming out here, so I'm interested to see how that one all goes, whether ZZ Tie just literally dumps everything on him at level 6 to force him out of lane, if nothing else.
If he keeps hitting barrels like that, I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. McNoon's running out of health pots. That Crystalline Flask, I'm pretty sure, is all but gone now. Both junglers still haven't committed to a gank just yet. Bot lane for CJ Frost still have a CS lead here. And yet they're constantly shoving the wave under IG's turret, which Kid's been doing a fantastic job of last hitting so far.
But credits them, 10 CS lead just 5.5 minutes into the game. Certainly a great position for Space to be in. They're going to be moving up to level 5 here shortly as well. Meanwhile, we have Fiddlesticks headed around the side. It's going to be about who hits 6 here, surely. As I see ZZ Tie getting pretty close to it at this point. Just a couple more minions should secure that ultimate for him. Then we'll see if he can bring McNoon in towards a Fiddlesticks.
Is he gonna flash Fear though for Illusion to kind of stop him from getting away?
Oh, we'll see about this one. This next minion is level 6 here. ZZ Tie. See it, McNoon knows exactly what's going on. Starts to back away from things. Meanwhile, in the top lane, PDD actually having to flash here back towards his own tower. So that one, we'll see him stay safe. But Illusion is still waiting here for a chance at McNoon.
Oh, there's a lot of time to commit. He just hit his level 6. He has ult available. He's going to be going in momentarily, I would assume.
Yeah, there we go. Charging up for that one. There's a fear. It sends McNoon into them, but he gets knocked away. The Ignite's going to be enough, though. And IG waiting out the levels brilliantly. Going to pick up that one. Meanwhile, in the top lane, PDD going low underneath the tower. He's going to get the kill, though. PDD turning things up there as he throws down his ultimate as well. And I tell you what, Helios went very low. That's a 2v1 that PDD not only survives, but gets a kill as well.
And both junglers committing so much time for that too. Helios was top lane just as long as Illusion was middle, and yet IG coming out ahead with that. They're actually getting a lot of damage onto this turret, and such a fantastic job by IG, and also PDD to survive that. Wow.
So good.
Now they have the strong start this game.
Yeah, and again, turnarounds. I mean, it wasn't even a turnaround gank because Illusion wasn't anywhere near, and there was just pure skill coming out of PDD in that top lane. And Blue Buff has actually spawned up here as well for ZZ Tie to go back for, and Illusion is going to be moving in there to help out with that one. Bottom lane on Frost did go back, and Space coming back in here. Oh, actually in the mid lane, ZZ Tie going to get attacked by McNoon right from the very get-go. He's got no mana, he's got barely any health, but here comes the rest of the team. Snowball comes through, the heal from Nami will be enough. Now Helios getting feared in there. He will have to get away via Mad Life's Lantern, and they're going to put the pressure onto this Blue Buff.
And they should be able to pick this one up too, but it's a great job by McNoon to really force him away. He doesn't have that flash anymore, and Helios, he wants to contest this buff right now, and IG, it looks like they're going to give this one away.
Yeah, at worst, a smite from Illusion. Oh, there it is. He got it. I mean, it's forced, obviously, the jungler now to have that blue buff rather than going onto the mid laner, but they've managed to keep a hold of it. And PDD here hammering away on Shy in the top lane as well.
And Illusion getting that blue buff isn't that bad in the end because he's still Fiddlesticks. He could still use it very well, and he's going to have that reduced cooldown on all of his abilities and that key ultimate. But right now, on that minimap, we see Dragon being started up for IG. Sorry, not for IG, for CJ Frost.
Yeah, Frost having a go at this one. Actually, Helios going low from it, but not really a problem. He's just going to tuck himself in the corner and head back away. So the gold total very much close at this point, just about 100 separating out the two teams. A kill though for Rumble in the top lane and in the mid lane as well. It's got to be a bit of a worrying fact for them.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough to deal with, and we do already see though Illusion coming up to take away blue, or at least spot it. Oh no, they're going to go for a gank here. He has his ultimate available, and this could be very easy for Frost to pick up.
Yeah, take away blue meaning take away Rengar is the plan, as we are going to see Illusion ulting over. There is the fear, sends him back to his turret. Flash from Shy will actually get him away. No kill picked up by IG, and Shy didn't lose so much health, so he can still stick around.
Yeah, his ultimate was just used right there, but he's going to heal pretty much all right back up, and Illusion's going to back up. He's a good ultimate coming out of him, but they didn't have the damage to follow up with, and Shy with that Negatron cloak is able to survive it. And McNoon, he's able to get the blue buff here. ZZ-Tai isn't. And this is going to be very difficult now for Gragas to go up against a Fizz who has the blue, and what IG's been doing so well is with those early kills they got top and middle, even though Kid is far behind bottom, it kind of cancels that. It kind of gets him back in the game by proxy.
Proxy back in there. And he's going home back for this one as well. Guessing we're going to see a Vamp Scepter coming out from him now. And actually, no, he's going Phage, of course, into Trinity Force first. Vamp Scepter already in there for space over the other side, which kind of negates the fact that they don't have any sustain in that lane. It's going to be a lot safer from that one. McNoon against ZZ-Tai here in the middle. Obviously, we have seen McNoon go down the one time. ZZ-Tai able to escape because of the rest of his team. And you saw how cautious Frost were not to actually push through and chase people, because those turnarounds are what cost them in game number one.
And we do have Illusion heading up towards his top side yet again. He has his ultimate come up very shortly, and that's all due to him getting that blue buff a little bit earlier on. And Shy, he might be in trouble, but it looks like Helios is already in pursuit.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he's going to be there quick enough. There we go. Fear is going to bring him away from the tower this time around. Shy's dead, and it's PDD that gets his second kill of the game. Mirror of what we saw earlier on, but this time the Fear procking in the right direction, and no flash for Shy means he's not getting away.
That is the downside to a Fear. You don't know which direction it's going to take the champion, but again, I mean, his ultimate was on such a quick cooldown because of the blue. He was able to visit that. He even has a Phoenix Codex behind that. He's sitting on 40% CDR. His ultimate's on a ridiculously short cooldown, and every time he has the ultimate up, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. But right now, PDD, he's visiting middle as well as Love Cry Boy, and McNoon, he's going to have to back off.
Tower's down here. They're not going to stop that one as we see the bubble come through. Doesn't land. And they take the first turret of the game here, the middle outer turret. Such a valuable one to take as well. But down on the bottom side, Kid might find himself under pressure. Madlife waiting inside of the Tribush. The slow will miss that. And Kid already pushing back a little bit onto space. With Nami now coming in, culling used by Kid. He feels that something is going wrong from this one. They're just pinging in as we are going to see the Lantern being used. They go on to Love Cry Boy. Great move, but have they got the damage? Yes, they have. The Expunge finishes things off. Space goes low, and now Fizz is coming in for a go. Helios on the turret itself. Absolute Zero going to be broke away from here. They're tanking up the turret. Kid manages to get the kill. No. The poison will be enough, though. Madlife just thrashes him down. But up at the top side here, Illusion and McNoon fighting things out. The health drain going to be too much. And another bit of a turnaround. In the end, it's a 2 for 2, but considering how that all started off, I think IG will be happy with it.
That play by Madlife, though, to throw the Lantern over the wall to pick up space, to go for the kill on the Love Cry Boy, and Kid lasting as long as possible, able to pick up the kill on the space. Very well done, and Illusion, he pretty much 1v1 McNoon right there. Obviously, we did see ZZ-Tai come in, but he got him down so low before that happened. And that's not a good sign if the jungler can take out your Fizz.
No. That's a rather bad sign, I'd say. Right now, McNoon 0-2-0. Not had the best couple of games of his life so far. Shiny up on the top again, taking damage from PDD, who's sat at 2-0 himself. Got the Sorcerer Shoes and a Haunting guys in there already.
You see that Blade of the Rune King coming in for space too, so it's going to have the extra mobility. He's going to have the possibility to run away or engage it, or not engage, but to catch up if he needs to. Well, you see McNoon, he wants to commit to where ZZ-Tai's going, and even with that, look at the CS difference that he's been able to build up. 40 CS currently. Illusion, you see him waiting. He has the ultimate available. He wants to make a fight happen.
Oh, and he's gonna go ulting in. Helios, you're in trouble. The fear comes down. There's nothing for him to heal up from, and he's gonna fall. It's Kid that picks that one up. Uses ulti there just to make sure that nothing got away from him. Helios not even able to use that flash. Fear is an absolute pain from Fiddlesticks.
It definitely is, and that's what making him so strong. And you don't really see jungle Fiddlesticks to Illusions. He's making it work. He did yesterday against TPS. He's doing it again. He's not going for the same kind of build, but it is working flawless right now. 1-0-3. And that gank was just all due to IG having the vision that CJ Frost didn't have.
So now the rotation of lanes comes in as PDD maybe in trouble in middle, forced to use the equalizer there. Have both McNoon, Madlife and Space attacking him. Well, that's just going to push them to the top side of the map, where Shy is alone defending the tower against 2. And he's going to be alone defending the tower against 4 here in just a second. Love Cry Boy tanks it up, but they're all going to pile in on top of him. Can they finish him off? Do they have the damage? They're scared because of Helios working in there. Kid in a horrible position. There is the absolute zero coming down. He gets cancelled out. But are they going to be able to finish now as McNoon dives in there? Get them their 1 kill. Madlife hooks onto the minion. Love Cry Boy trying to escape, but McNoon coming in onto him. And that was a great play from Madlife. They pick up 2 kills. Talk about turnarounds in game number 1. That's exactly what Frost have just done here.
Yeah, and we see the fair work against them right now, but Frost doesn't look like they're done. They're going to go straight into Illusion here.
Wow, the ward coming down right on top of him. The fear brings Helios actually closer in. Shy got to jump from the brush. Can they get rid of him in time? Silence comes down. Shy knocked into the tower, but Madlife comes under it. Boxer's down now. Frost need to be careful as PDD comes back into this fight, but I think they may give this one up. And IG get back under their tower safe. No more kills coming down, but still, it was a nice move, a nice play coming out of CJ Entus Frost.
And I really wonder what would have happened if that fear didn't take Shy out of the Aqua Prison coming out of Love Cryboy. I mean, we talked about how it can work for you, and that was a perfect example of how it can work against you. And McNoon's going to be able to pick up his blue here, and he's now 0-2-2. He's still behind a lot of CS, and he's falling further and further behind at this point. But if he keeps getting assists like this, oh, just a little too late. But if he keeps getting assists like this and kills, he's easily back in the game. He already has that Sheen, and it looks like he wants to go for a Lichbane start.
And here is the Dragon, going to be done by IG. Ward actually going over. Helios has a flash available, and his smite, so he could technically get himself in there. ZZ Tai actually just came around the back of the Dragon Pit. Now they're going to go for Space. He will stealth up, does take the barrel hit. Culling comes through and has to take Madlife's Lantern from that one. Madlife actually getting himself caught out from this one. Do they have the damage to finish off though? The rest of Frost are here. And Spray and Pray was used. Another barrel slides on through. Either way, this is going to be another turret for IG, so a win-win from their side.
And that's why you see Madlife so good on Thresh, almost escaping from almost certain death right there by hooking onto the golems, pulling himself away, but they still lose the turret, and right now they're being forced to back up. They might even lose a second on top of this.
Yeah, McNoon really the only one to put up any kind of defense. Helios finally gonna come around to them, but you can see how scared IG are really of actually getting in there and getting the job done. They're gonna back off and play it safe.
And you're also seeing, well, Shy kind of get caught here a little bit here by PDD.
Yeah, he's gonna pop his ulti from this one, but PDD actually tracking him really nicely there, and he's just happy to get him out of the lane itself. Make sure that he can continue to rack up this farm. And again, credit to Shy. It was similar in game number 1 for PDD. Fell behind in the CS, had a tough time in the lane, but managed to then bring the CS behind. It's only a 10 difference between them.
Yeah, it's really not much in the end. The only thing that's really hurting is those 2 kills and the penetration that PDD's been able to build to kind of counter this. But right now, IG playing it a lot different in terms of how Helios played, or at least Illusion, when he got those early kills. You're seeing Illusion go for this kind of a tankier build with that Spectral's Cowl. He knows he's going to be in the middle of the fight. He knows he's going to be focused down by McNoon. And he realizes if he survives it, the rest of the team can close it out.
There is Shy. Just shows you how fast Rengar can clear things out. Spirit Visage obviously helping to get his heals going as well. He's going to be fine up there. Down in the bottom, we had a bit of a 4v3 going on. As the defense of their outer turret important for IG. Didn't want to be giving that one away. Well, managed to keep a hold of it. Meanwhile, Illusion pushing down that mid lane, but they've already got quite a lot of wards in there. Madlife has pulled out the Oracle 18 minutes in, so they should be starting to get a bit more control back of their own jungle, Frost.
And right now, it seems like both teams are just waiting for that rank 2 ultimate to come in, where Illusion won't just hit it at this moment. Shy and ZZ Tai still going head, or not still, but going head to head here in this top lane. And ZZ Tai, he's already so fed at this point. Just in terms of CS alone, he almost has that death cap done. And when that does come in, with everyone else getting these rank 2 ultimates, it's going to be very deadly for Frost. They're going to have to respect that power spike they got and try not to force anything unless they're for sure going to be able to win them.
Yeah, the difference between the 280 carries is quite stark as
Yeah,
well, with 157 to 116 CS at this point in favor of Space on Twitch. Well, the workings of that Trinity Force already in there for Kid. Shouldn't be too far away from getting that complete. He's actually sat on 1,000 gold, so really close to having that Trinity Force spike.
And one thing that kind of Frost has to worry about a little bit is that Illusion, he didn't build any armor, he didn't go for Zhonya, so the potential of him doing that Baron early on kind of goes out the window, but still having a Fiddlesticks alone, it means there's always a potential for it. And Frost has to be able to respect it. They need to get some wards down on that, because right now, Love Cryboy doesn't have an Oracle to clear it away.
And we just saw a ping actually coming down onto Baron here for CJ. And you can see with PDD keeping Frost out. Actually, ultimate going to be used there from that one. Illusion, he ulted in as well. McNoon did manage to escape, and CJ, I think, thought that something was going off at Baron there.
Yeah, they expected it, but IG was kind of waiting on the sidelines. They were able to catch him off guard. And luckily for Frost, McNoon was able to escape without losing his life. And you're seeing Frost be like, all right, well, we need to get some vision down here. But Love Cryboy's been able to pick up this Oracle. And luckily for Frost, though, with IG's Illusion's ult down, they don't have to worry about face checking bushes as much.
Well, you still have the fear to walk into, which is and a bubble, and then a barrel, and you're already gone anyway. Face checking just not a thing that I think Frost are going to want to do at this point of the game, knowing that 6-4 behind in kills, 3-0 in turrets. That's the big thing here. There's a flash from Madlife to get away from the Aqua Prison. He stays safe. Very tense game here. Players very quick, I think, to hit flashes and stay very safe. A bit twitchy almost.
Yeah, and we have to think of how the game started, where IG got a lot of kills very early on, and it's calmed down quite a bit, but it might speed up just a little bit here as they're starting to push on this tier 2 turret in middle. The Kid's nowhere here to stop it. And Shy is still top lane, actually gaining the CS lead for himself.
Yep, in front of that one now, but there's a blue buff open. There's one thing that we saw in game number 1 was that the blues were controlled so well by Frost. I think ZZ Tai, he's already had more blue buffs this game than he did in the last one.
That's very true, and you're definitely going to need that on the Gragas. McNoon, though, very smart work coming out of him, but the ultimate on Nami as well as Fiddlesticks coming in.
Yeah, I think he managed to get the fear onto McNoon. No, this is so deadly. Barrel comes down. ZZ Tai with a belly slam picks up the kill, but now they have to back away. Good equalizer from PDD. He's right on the front line. The Cullen is absolutely ripping through them as well. Madlife gonna fall. This is bad news for Frost. They've got a 3-for-1 at this point. They may lose this inner turret.
They might. I mean, they still have their AD carry. They have all their strongest members alive. As Shy's even being forced to run away. But in that fight, all it took was one fear of Illusion to kill McNoon. He has to build Merc Treads to stop this, and he's already going to be starting to go for him. But it might be too late now because of that fight they just won. Because of the turret they're going to get, they have a lot of gold to spend when they go back.
And I'm assuming going to back straight out of this one. Yes, they are 1,900 gold for Gragas, 1,200 on Lucian, 1,600 almost for PDD on Rumble, who's now got his Leandri's Torment in there as well. And again, it's looking very strong from IG, but you can never count a team like Frost out, ever.
You can't count out any top team. I mean, if we're looking at the first game alone on how IG was behind early on, you would think, oh, maybe they're probably out of it, but they're able to turn that one around. And Frost, they had the opportunity to turn it, but every fight that they lose like that, it's making it that much harder, and they want to contest Dragon. They want to take it to get some sort of gold, to get some sort of income back, because they haven't been able to get a turret. But because ZZ Tai didn't go back and buy, they have that pressure to keep Frost off of it.
Well, let's see. Pink ward put down here. That'll spot the ward side. Wow, of that one. Illusion takes a lot of damage there. Dragon is up, and with those Gragas barrels now doing incredible amounts of damage, almost the death cap, and can afford the death cap at this point. They hurt a hell of a lot. McNoon just being kept out of things on the top side. The drain is on here. The Dragon down to less than half health, and that's going to be finished off. Frost have backed away. They have to give it up.
Yeah, they were trying to go for a push on a middle too, but they have a little miscommunication happening right there, and they're not even going to get that either. So IG is just lengthening their lead up to 6,000 right now, 23 minutes in, and PDD, instead of going for a Rylai's, he's just going for, it looks like a Zhonya's. Even a Death Cap potential here with that Nisi large rod.
Yeah. There's the Death Cap picked up as well. Is Love Cry Boy going to head home? He must be sat on, all right, 500 gold.
That's a lot for support in 313.
Well, that is true as well. The fact he's got that Philosopher's Stone in there. Already got his Sight Stone as well, picking up a pink ward on his trip back. IG just settling in to make sure they got plenty of wards. Actually, Madlife losing health without even without PDD really realizing it there. We see the push back. Is Madlife going to be able to get away from this one? The box goes down, and the rest of the team collapsing. PDD, quite frankly, just baited in there.
Yeah, and this is a play this is like all you need is Frost to get back in the game. They're going to get a turret off this, but IG's trying to respawn, sending 2 down middle, trying to push that turret, but they don't have their AD carry. It's not going to really matter in the end, and they shouldn't be able to get this turret down.
That is going to be going down, as we completely missed there. In the bottom lane, Macnoon 1v1 in ZZ Tai.
All right, so he's at that point where he can take him down. But ZZ Tai, I don't think he bought before he died right there, though. So he was able to pick up that Death Cap. He's able to make himself that much stronger, but in the meantime, with Helis, with that Nunu and having your AD carry there, they're able to push very, very fast. That turret already down to half health.
And there's the call-in, as expected, coming out from Kid, and that will make sure that the turret stays alive. But as you mentioned, gone down very, very low.
You can see that Frost is at the point where it's anyone's game. Like, they're still looking for a catch here. They have a couple of wards down aggressively in the jungle just to see where anyone is on towards. So that top side in space, he's committing a lot of time here. It looks like they still want to lock that one down, but Illusion going to be able to pick up his blue here.
Is he going to give it over to Gragas, though? ZZ Tai is headed down there right now, as though he will be picking that one up. And the Oracle's there for Illusion, so they're going to be able to control a lot of the vision, and there is the blue for ZZ Tai. See it, Baron, a couple of wards down. Frost really got the bulk of vision on that side of things. One up in the Tribush as well. And we move to a slow period in the game. Not really surprised, considering this is game number 2. IG know that they can make short work of this one if they pick up this and take the championship. Frost, on the other hand, have to win this one, otherwise it's game over anyway.
And they're starting to build the items where they will possibly get to that point. You know, Space, he has a Phantom Dancer done. Looks like he's going for a QSS here to survive the fear or the silence or anything like that comes out of the other team. But Macnoon, he has a Zhonya's coming up here, and once he finishes that, if Illusion commits his fear to Macnoon and they can't kill him in that burst amount of time, Space is going to be attacking him here, and you see the damage he can do already.
Yeah, ZZ Tai caught out a little bit from that one. We saw Shy actually coming in from the side. He'd use his ultimate there to stealth things up. Meanwhile, PDD down on the bottom lane. He's going to flash. The fish did get him, but he was already under the tower. And Macnoon not wanting to follow through.
And they don't have the damage quite just yet, but ZZ Tai is actually getting caught.
Oh, the hook coming in there. He's not going to escape this one, but he knocks Madlife back. And there is the kill back. ZZ Tai, have to give him the credit there, making the best of what was a bit of a bad situation, getting hooked in by Madlife.
With him dead, there goes so much of their damage as he's 2-2-2 currently, and IG actually go for the chase.
Yeah, Helios here is going to be feared. Are they going to be able to finish him? Space getting hit with a lot of the calling. He's surely down. Flashes away there right at the end, but Kid is chasing and will finish off. Nicely done there. And that is not what they wanted to happen. They got that 1-for-1 getting rid of Gragas, but they almost lost 2 more men.
They did, and with Space being down, they're going to lose a lot of their wave clear here. As you see, Macnoon, he's over split pushing right now, while the rest of IG just pushes and barrels down middle. They could get an inhibitor here if they're quick enough. Yeah, and it's the mid lane inhibitor for an inner turret in the bottom lane. No, they're backing off. They're just going to recall from this one. Macnoon, just the sheer presence of him scaring him. Obviously, that Lich Bane already done. He's on his way to the Zhonya's Hourglass as well. He's going to have that done actually very shortly. It's only selling 800 gold though, but he can farm quite a bit here. ZZ Tai does return, does have that death cap still, and he is level 16. Illusion only level 12 right now, so it's going to take him quite a while. Just seeing him trying to leech some experience, try to hit that level 16 so he does some more damage. But he hasn't been able to pick up anything in quite a while. He was able to max his CDR at 40%, but that's about it. He hasn't been able to build any sort of armor, so he can't survive the damage from Space or Shy. And if he doesn't get anything like that soon, IG's going to start losing these team fights. And the problem is that fear is so impactful. Yeah, it is. Just on one man. If they fear Macnoon down, and he doesn't get his combo out there before he actually falls,
That's so much damage just gone instantly from your team fight.
And there's also the downside of that. If you do fear him and you guys can't burst him down quick enough and he's able to Zhonya's, the rest of CJ Frost is attacking you. So it's really a crucial point for IG. But luckily for them, PDD does have that Zhonya's done, and he has so much damage behind him with it. I'm assuming he's going to be building a little bit tanky right after this, though.
Yeah, I expect so as well. Illusion just having a look up in the enemy jungle. That Oracle from earlier still running. Allows him to keep the vision war going on their side of things. A lot of pink wards as well here. 3 in their own jungle on the top side of the map. IG really relying on them to make sure that they can maintain the control here. If we look at the gold, 5,000 between the two teams. 4-2 in turrets, 11-8 in kills. Both AD carries have 4 of those kills each as well.
Yeah, that's a great sign for both those teams, but at noon, he's only at 1-3-2 right now. He's not falling as far behind as he was prior, only down 70 CS right now, but Frost, they're actually looking for the engagement. Shy's going in.
Yeah, going in for that one. They're going to try and hold down ZZ Tai first of all. There's a hook on towards Kid Fizz coming from the back, but McNoon's dead. McNoon dying out from that one. Are they going to be able to finish off now? Space is low. The Cullen ripping through him, and there is Kid picking up another one. Shy has had to back away, and Helios, he escaped on the top side of the jungle. But look at this. They're just going to tank up the turret as long as they can. Love Cryboy can't afford to tank that one up, but PDD will take the brunt of the damage. ZZ Tai then comes in for another one, but as the minions come down, IG going to take an inhib turret and an inhibitor.
And just as you called it earlier, Joe, that fear coming on McNoon, they had the damage to respond to it, able to blow him up immediately, and then there goes so much of their damage. He wasn't even able to get his entire combo up, but right now, IG with the inhibitor being down, this opens up the possibility of the Baron, and that opens up the possibility for them to finish the game.
I mean, Zhonya's is going to come out here for McNoon, but the fact is that he's finished off before the fear stops, and to wonder whether a Banshee's Veil might be better for him at this point.
It's so hard for him because he has to dance around the fights, but they're depending on his damage at the same time. Like, they need to lock down Fiddlesticks somehow, but they don't really have CC to do that unless Mad Life gets a hook onto him. And if they are able to hold Fiddlesticks down, McNoon can take out Kid or take out ZZ Tai.
That was an interesting equalizer there from PDD.
I think it was just to prevent Frost from maybe engaging if they're coming around from the side, because they didn't have any vision to see it. They definitely didn't want to fight yet.
Oh, and it's not the longest of cooldowns either. Illusion.
Look at that fear.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours long. You can't do much about it.
And Spacey has a QSS to stop it, but
and a cleanse.
Yeah, he's obviously not going to be able to blow he's not going to blow those right now. Not before a team fight breaks out, especially with that middle inhibitor down. But you're seeing McNoon still split push away. The thing is, I don't know if it's going to be enough to, because IG can go for Baron right now, or they can just push another lane.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, split push if you've got that teleport in there, like not really a teleport, but the Stan United from Shen earlier on. All well and good, but the fact is here that they're going to be coming blind towards Baron now because IG have cleared that out completely. And they're setting up a trap. Oh, ZZ Tai showing himself. Helios flashing away from that one. Don't think he meant to actually step out from the brush there.
Probably not, but they're going to push down middle, it looks like. And they saw McNoon bottom, and they made a call to go for Baron to bait it in. Shy's even going to join McNoon, as you can see on the minimap, but they're starting to back out. They realize what's coming at them, and IG, they can take advantage of this because no one in Frost's side is even in the base yet.
Yeah, forcing the recall out from that one. Space and Helios there off to the side, going to be recalling in, and IG have pushed the wave right on through. Super Minions, of course, included in that now as well. And it means that this top inner turret is going to be the next focus for them. They clear out waves so very quickly. Helios here, the first one into position. But look at Illusion. He's the key man, I think, coming in from this one. Just waiting off to the side.
Oh,
McNoon
no.
Jumps into things. Ooh. Illusion at the front side, looking for that fear. He'll go for the fear onto anyone that he possibly can. Dives in from that one. Actually, he's going to be draining his way through. That's a lot of damage. McNoon does get the Zhonya's off this time, but he's not going to escape it. He gets feared up after the Zhonya's. That is definitely one way to do it. Just wait until after his Zhonya's and then fear him.
Well, the thing was, no, Illusion flash feared him under that turret when it fell down, but he was alive long enough that he has fear cooldown return, and he was able to fear him yet again. And you saw right there, McNoon is just getting locked down completely. PDD Zhonya's the ultimate come out of him, and they just all turned for him. He was too deep, and the rest of the team wasn't there to back him up.
And that leaves us at 15-9, an 8,600 gold lead for IG, 6-2 in turrets. There's a lot of pings coming down here, and it's going to force Kid to actually stick around just to make sure that Frost don't go in there for a bit of a Ninja Baron attempt.
Yeah, that was a smart play by him to stop that. that could be one thing that turns this around in space. He's looking for someone, but there's still a lot of pink wards coming down. Shy's going to be spotted walking in.
Yeah, they've got an Oracle on there as well, so that completely counters that one as the barrels come throwing down. Shy at the front is able to double jump thanks to those bushes, but Illusion from the side. They lock down Shy. They're going to finish him off. Look at the damage coming in space. They walk straight past that the Lantern, and they finish off with a double kill there. Now Madlife going to be chased down. There's the Equalizer. He's running on the Equalizer. He's hooking to the Wolves that... Well, they weren't there. They weren't in range for him. And that will be 4 kills going out of things. Macnoon not even anywhere near that one. And he's now somehow got to stop this Baron attempt. He stole it in game number 1, but that was with Ziggs.
Well, let's see if he can go for it this time here. Yeah, it looks like he's not going to commit for it. And right now, IG picking up that Baron. 12,000 gold lead here, Joe. 34 minutes in, 6-2 in turrets. They are looking so damn strong, and they're even having 2,400 gold on Kid to back with.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Wow. I mean, Frost, they have to go for... I mean, they went for a desperation fight a little bit right there. They thought they had him caught off guard, but Illusion with the ulti from the side was just... It was too much.
That was...
stylish.
Body slam forward, throw the barrel behind. If only it propelled you even further. But we did see Last Whisper now added in with Bloodthirst, a Trinity Force, and another BF sword for Lucian. And the culling... A skill which doesn't do masses of damage is starting to actually really hurt them in these team fights.
Yeah, it is. I'm a little bit surprised because that was the first time I think I've even seen it do that much. And he was able to play that one so well with that red buff, letting it take over to kill Helios, able to turn over on a Madlife. And now they're looking for a push on the bot lane here. And Frost, this is pretty much the point. Once they get all the super minions, stopped from middle, if they let this inhibitor fall and the middle one drop, like between those 2 points, A and B, they have to fight.
Well, let's see. We see there the Dark Wind going in. That in itself is a massive pain to deal with. Not quite got the duration of what his fear has, obviously. We've seen in those previous fights, Macnoon not really standing much of a chance to stay alive in things, and IG line up on the steps, ready for those minions to come in so that they can continue to push through. And the poke as well, which you've not really touched on here from IG, is pretty incredibly strong. It's so hard, I think, for CJ to actually sit on the tower and stop a siege from happening. There's a barrel coming in. He's going to drop Helios low. There's a hook actually on PDD, but that's not really the target that they want. Tidal Wave comes around. The culling comes in. Kid taking Shy down to half HP. They've managed to get in there, take down the inhibitor turret. The inhibit itself will go down. The mid inhib will be finished off straight after that one. And that's 2 out of 3 now picked off. Frost not looking... I mean, you've got to say, this kind of position, 2 inhibs down, is so hard to come back from.
He's looking for an engage, though, but he's right next to Illusion. He can get figured out of this.
Yeah, and I think he realized that one. And also seeing the fact that they've all regened back to full HP. They didn't really even lose much in that last fight. And IG just using their positional advantage to their better side and pushing down this top lane. That's of course the only place where we have an inhibitor standing, and that turret itself is already below half HP. There's the ultimate from Illusion, and whilst not doing any damage, it doesn't matter. It's zoned out Frost completely from that one. We will see Macnoon diving in. PDD gonna use that Zhonya's. There's the fear onto Macnoon. The barrel comes off, knocks him down to half HP. Macnoon will then use his Zhonya's. PDD falling low, and Macnoon's now right on top of them all. Here's another fear onto him. He then finally falls down. That's only a 1-for-1 up till now, but Kid is not finished here. Turns around, gets himself the double. Can he get more? No. Gets finished off here, but that's going to be inhibitor number 3.
And look at those death timers. Pretty much 45 seconds on Macnoon. Everyone else at that same point as well. They're going to get the 3rd inhibitor, but I don't know if they can finish it just yet. Shy is still very strong and very tanky right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they really need to risk it at this point either. You see that they do stick around here somewhat. The fear onto any of them could cause them problems as Easy Type goes incredibly deep there to get things going. These super minions start to move in, and they're going to have a good amount of damage here onto these turrets. There is the fear onto Helios. Can they finish him off? Barrel comes in. Actually, Zizi threw it behind him in the end, and they should be able to hold on, at least for now. There's a barrel coming in, doubling up, and Helios kind of left wondering what happened.
I'm left wondering what happened right there, but the damage that he can do was ridiculous.
Look at these towers, how fast they're going down. Wow. I'm not sure they can stop this one. Madlife comes in, the Flate will at least do some damage, but they've lost that first Nexus turret, and They were in this position in game number 1, let's not forget, with just that one single Nexus turret left. And it takes no genius to realize that holding on to that is so incredibly hard.
Well, we did see in that last fight, though, for Frost, that when Macnoon didn't get feared right away, he can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He can stay in there for quite a while. It was just unfortunate that the IG team all had Baron against him, and they still got him so low at that point. PDD, he's
dancing.
He's being very aggressive. He's being very ballsy right there.
Well,
or
I think he's like, well, if they're going to chase me out, they're going to lose a bit on that Nexus turret. Finally, they've cleared out those waves coming in. 3 waves of super minions. That is a lot to deal with. That means that PDD is feeling very confident to just stand on the steps of the base, keep the waves pushing on in. And now finally, the rest of IG start to come back after that last shopping trip with Guardian Angel for ZZ-Tai on Gragas. There's 2 Zhonyas now in the IG lineup, and they're just going to close in. They're looking to finish it right here.
And they don't really have a hard time doing it. Lucian, he's looking for a fear here, and he actually lands on the Helios.
Yeah, turret going down. Macnoon trying to get in there. The tidal wave coming across the front of him, and Illusion's right in there as well. He's ulting in. Space going to go very low. Helios puts down the absolute 0. Illusion just baiting out the Zhonyas and those super minions hammering away on the base. Illusion actually finishes off Helios before he turns back around. Space trying to hold in there, but this is just too much. IG gonna finish off the Nexus and become the Intel Extreme Masters Singapore champions. Brilliant, brilliant game from them. Solid performance throughout, and you know, shaky start to game number 1. A brilliant start to game number 2, and they just showed that they can keep hold of it. Very controlled play, only fighting really when it made sense to them.
And Illusion, he got that early lead, he kept it, he kept using it to his advantage. I mean, we saw him get that blue a little bit earlier, for one of the first blues. He ganked top twice in a row with that ultimate, was able to shut down Shy a little bit. But his fears in these team fights, like that single-handedly won the most of these fights because it kept Macnoon locked up. It kept him from doing any damage, and it kept him from snowballing.
I see that respect between these 2 teams, PDD and Macnoon, having a joke around, but doesn't matter who you are and what your personality is like. Losing in a final is never an easy thing to swallow. And obviously disappointed here, but you have to say that was an incredibly scary looking IG.
That was a fantastic. I mean, I didn't expect Fiddlesticks to do that well. I mean, I know he's a good, well, Illusion's a good player, but over this course of these 2 days, he's played Fiddlesticks to the next level. Just even the item choices he went for, he had a Banshee's Veil, he had the Ionian Boots, had a Phoenix Codex left there just for that 40% CDR, and then a Zhonyas. Like, just his path, his entire ganking was just perfect.
And that's why it's so scary, and why we see him banned out so often or taken away at the earliest possible stages. I mean, 4-1-16 in the end. With that 40% cooldown, you have fear after fear after fear. You've got a group silence, your ultimate's doing big amounts of damage with the items that you've got coming in there. So really, really well played by IG. A thoroughly deserved victory. And also not losing a single game on their way to becoming the champions here in Singapore. Yeah,
2-0 TPS, 2-0 CJ Frost, and in that game as well. I mean, considering Love Cry Boy is actually a sub for them here, finished off 1-3-22. He was in 23 out of the 27 kills.
We'll see if he stays a sub, because honestly, a brilliant performance from him there on Nami. 1-3-22, as he said in the end. His ward coverage, both games, was really, really spot on. He didn't get caught out putting wards down. I mean, for a substitute, to come in with a sub and win a tournament, that is just such an incredible feat.
Yeah, and the thing was, he invested so much money into pink wards the entire time, but where he put them were so perfect that he didn't waste the money at all. He was able to, you know, see anyone coming through the jungle. He was able to clear out the wards, give him the vision that they needed for Illusion to make these engages happen with the fears, and it gave him the victory.
And Kid as well, I just want to touch on his performance. 11-3-10 with Lucian. So in game number 1 with Ezreal, that incredible kite moment up on the top lane. And again, he pulled out some amazing plays for us here in game number 2. ZZ-Tai, 6-2-9 on Gragas. Not quite the ridiculous score
13-0-11 or something?
Yeah, 13-0-11. That, you just don't see that very often with the Orianna. And PDD, solid as ever in that top lane. Game number 1, played the Shen, fell behind, was behind in CS, slowly, you know, clawed that back after his outer turret went down early, and then became just a completely unstoppable machine split, pushing in and opening up the map for his team.
And we can't forget about what happened to him very early on in this game. He got, you know, dove 2v1. He was still able to pick up a kill and survive and almost kill Helios on top of that. like having a top laner that can do that, stay alive, pick up a kill, then get a huge advantage in your lane is something you really can't lose in a team.
I'd be really interested to see you guys